Good morning, guys. I would say it's Wednesday again, but you know me, I record on a Tuesday, so, but to you it's Wednesday again. Grab your coffee or whatever hot drink you choose. Grab your craft of choice and we'll have a chit chat. I've already got my drills ready. Not that you can see them, but they're there. Before I start, do you guys remember the wall I showed you that I bought with the fluffy pom-pom on the top? Well, I've been busy. I have made a little beanie hat. I've just got to I'm going to put I think they're called snap fasteners. We call them press studs or something like that. I'm going to put a press stud or a snap fastener on this so that I can wash the hat without wrecking the pom-pom. So that's all I got left to do on that. Ellie now has said she wants a hat, but like I said to her, she doesn't really wear them. But part of that reason is down to her ponytail. So on the way to school this morning we had a little bit of a chat about I'll make her one of them beanies that's got the little holes still in the middle at the top so she can pull her ponytail through. And then she stands a better chance of actually wearing one. I have to move this up slightly because I didn't realise I was up to there. So yeah, I've got some more wool. Done. Like I didn't have enough wool in the first place. You guys know me. Got this from Poundland. Amazingly bright. But it's not very thick, so I'm going to use 2 balls at the same time. Make her a thicker hat. So I typed in this morning on YouTube. Well, I didn't know what to call them, to be fair. I just typed in ponytail beanies. And right at the top was Mrs. Coffee's. It's a choice between that one and there's another one that's got like crochet cables on it. She would go for the harder one. But she doesn't really do fancy hats. She's got one exactly like mine that's got a little peak at the front. But she won't wear it. So I might be better off just doing a basic one. She stands more chance of her wearing it. So yeah, I've got to put my crochet hands on again. I have, as of Sunday, I think, I have now completed the name on the blanket. And I don't know why, but for whatever reason, she wanted both his first and his middle name at the top of the blanket. So it took a bit more doing than normal. I'm not actually sure how old he is, but from what I understand from his sister, he's only young. But mind you, he can't be that young because she chose Halo. So I don't know. But anyway, she asked for Oscar Byron on his blanket. So that's completed. I am just in the process now of adding a few plain rows at the top. So that the name isn't just sitting right at the very top. And I should have those done by the end of today. Then tomorrow it will be the border to make the edges lie flat. Because with that stitch Tunisian crochet, the edges, only the top and bottom, they curl because you're constantly working at the front of the blanket. That might not make sense to some of you, but it's not like knitting or whatever. You turn it round and you work back. You're constantly working your stitches through the front, so the whole thing tends to curl at the top and bottom. So I have to do, whether I want to or not, a small border just to stop it curling. And then when I've actually finished it, I'll take a photo so you guys can see. But I was panicking last week. The background, the baby blue wool, I was buying from Home Bargains, which you guys know is right round the corner for me. And when I went for that ball of wool last week, they didn't have any. My other half said, how many balls do you need? And I went, 1, I think. Anyway, he rang around because we have a couple of Home Bargains stores close to us. And there was another one up on the retail park, which is 4 miles perhaps. I am guessing because I'm absolutely naff when it comes to measurements, but you know, I'm taking a guess. It's like 3 or 4 miles from our house. And they said yes, but we've only got the one ball. It's the last ball of that colour. My other half was like, for God's sake, can you hold on to it? We will be up there shortly. So, yeah, we had a bit of a mad rush last week to go and fetch one ball of wool. But we got it. And then as the days went on and I was winding more and more bobbins, I got to the end of the ball and I was thinking, oh my goodness, this just isn't going to be enough. Oh, nuts. Anyway, I've got down to the last few plain rows and I have 2. Sorry guys, I'm having to move it because it's just like, I'll end up knocking you if I try and place this with a pair of tweezers. See, I knocked you anyway. So yeah, I was down to the last 2 bobbins. Now, if I know I'm needing a lot, I'm not just going to wind one small bobbin and wind a load of them. I overload my bobbins to the point where they're almost like just falling off the peg. I apologise if you can, excuse me, hear that noise. It's bin collection day and it echoes right out the back because of all the shops, so I do apologise. But yeah, I'm down to the last 2 heavily wound bobbins and I think it's going to be enough. Literally only just by the skin of my teeth, as they say. Yeah, the border I'm not so bothered about. I can get away with another baby blue even if it's a slightly different shade because the outside is like separate from the rest of the blanket. So, and I have another wool shop I can visit at the bottom of my street. It's great living next door to a mini high street. It's just like a massive row of shops. Yeah, there's he's actually a dry cleaners at the bottom of my road, but he's got a bit of shop space, so he just buys loads and loads of wool and just odds and ends really, like stuff for parties, and then he's got a really small cleaning section. So yeah, the only reason I didn't buy from him for this blanket was because Home Bargains had such a lot of the particular colour I needed and it was half the price than the shop at the bottom. So I just didn't buy enough, that was all. Learnt my lesson on that one. The only colours Home Bargains have got at the minute is like yellow, I think it's lemon, and like a heavy peachy colour. There was 3 and I can't remember the other colour now. Oh well, whatever. My other half said, well, it's out of season, isn't it, for wool stuff? I said, are you mad? It's like we're coming up to winter really, really fast. Why would wool be out of season? Because people want to stay in the cold? I know I do. Hibernate, I do. I absolutely, so does Kelly. We hate the cold. So yeah, I tried to hibernate in the winter, so as much as my joints will allow, the crochet gets done. You know, and diamond painting, of course. I mean, it's absolutely freezing outside this morning. We stepped out and even the kids were like, oh my, take your breath kind of cold. I had my scarf, is it a scarf or a cowl, I think it's called, because it's like just one big circle, loop, whatever. Yeah, normally I'll only wrap that. I'll put it around my neck, twist it, wrap it around again. That's it. This morning I did it again. So it was 3 times tight up against my neck and I buried my face in it. It was that cold. Riley put his hat on this morning. He said, I'm not forgetting that today. I think he must have been cold yesterday. And then yesterday, Monday, I finished the last course we did, which was the cooking one. And we started the next one, which was Christmas cake decorating. So the kids got to make cake toppers. So they got to make a stand-up snow. Being as it was Christmas cakes, we're making, obviously, winter related. So, excuse me. They got to make a stand-up snowman yesterday. Oh my God, that's stuck. Let me just have a sip of coffee. That's better. Coffee's nice and warm. Anyway, they had an absolute fun yesterday making these little snowmen. I can't see them. Riley was laughing. He got a little bit of orange fondant, rolled it into a ball, and then tried to attach it to the snowman's face but squished it at the same time. Oh, he was in stitches. He said it looks more like a duck. And it did, because the way he'd squeezed the orange, it flattened it and made it look like a beak. But I showed him again how to roll it, and just to make a little indent where the nose needs to go, and it should just stick. But yeah, they had so much fun yesterday. They also had to make a 2D snowman, so like it was just a flat circle that fits on top of a fairy cake or something. For whatever reason, Riley decided the snowman, because obviously it's just going to be a snowman's face. I don't think there is any more on the cake, because you can't fit a whole body on top of a fairy cake. So he decided, I don't know why, but his face needed buttons. So he put these 2 eyes on at the top. Then he put a little orange in the middle for his nose. And then he put these 2 black dots underneath for his buttons. It looked so funny. But he had fun, so, you know, I'm not going to complain. 39. Oh, we did have a bit of a, excuse me, an incident or a meltdown yesterday. That was not clever on the school, really. I've lost that. That was a hair. Luna's been messing around with my diamond painting, so there's a few hairs here and about on it. She decided yesterday, I caught her, she'd actually climbed onto my diamond painting that was lay flat, and this little pot, she was tapping it around the floor, and then she nicked my tweezers. I don't know what she thought she was doing with my tweezers, but I caught her with my tweezers. Yeah, back to the school. I'll come back to Luna in a minute. She was so funny last night. We went to this cake decorating yesterday afternoon. Now, last week, we were given a form to sign for the kids to say whether or not we wanted, there's the hair, our kids to have the flu vaccine, but not via a needle, via a nasal spray. So my kids aren't allergic to anything that I know of. So, and I really don't want flu, so it's just sign the forms, send them back in, that's fine. I have no problems with them having the flu vaccine. Anyway, I totally forgot, and so did a load of the other mums, that was taking place yesterday, Monday. So yes, Monday morning they all had their flu nasal sprays squeezed up their nose. Ellie doesn't like it, but she tolerates it because I don't think she wants to be poorly either. Anyway, they don't stay with us for the whole session of Christmas cake decorating. What happens is we go in, we do about, I'm going 1:45, an hour and 15 minutes without the kids. We do, so we got to do the colouring of the icing and the usual paperwork when you first start a course, and you have to take your ID in with you. Anyway, about 2 o'clock, the kids came in, which is normal. The staff go and fetch them about 2 o'clock, and they just come and meet us in our room. Now, when Riley came in, he had his information sheet in his hand for the flu vaccine. Now, I'd forgotten, and I went, oh yeah, you've had that this morning, haven't you? Now, the girl who sat, well, the lady, I say girl, but she, you know, she's a lady, like. Anyway, she was sitting next to me. I already know her anyway. And she instantly shot out of her chair and stood up. And I looked at her, are you okay? She went, they've had their flu vaccines. I said, yeah, this morning. She went, oh my God, I need to go. She was in a panic. And like, for me, it was just like, oh my God, is everything okay? What's up? She went, I told them my daughter couldn't have the flu vaccine because on the form it says if it's a live vaccine, and if they are to be around anyone that has a low immune system, they shouldn't have it, or they should be avoided for 3 weeks. She has Crohn's disease. I'm not sure if she has anything else as well, but I'm assuming it's to do with the Crohn's. She has a very put my teeth back in. She has a very low immune system, so she's not allowed to be around it. She said, and I told them my daughter couldn't have it for that reason. Well, they knew she was going to be in school that afternoon doing the course, and they didn't say anything to her. So she got in a flap and ran out the room. I grabbed her stuff. Now, her daughter was already in the room, who hadn't had it anyway. And her daughter's kind of looking a bit confused. Oh, Mom's going, what's going on? So I went out to her. She's panicking. I need to go. She explained that she's got a low immune system. She can't be around the vaccine at all. Now, both my kids have had it, and so has probably everyone else's child in that room. So she's like, I just feel guilty because my daughter's in there now and I can't stay. I said, look, don't worry about your daughter. If you're happy, she can stay with me. I'll help her make her snowman and whatever, you know, it's not a problem. She said, okay, she thanked me, and literally off she went. I didn't stop thinking about it till like the end of the course. And as I left the school, she was there outside the gates waiting for her daughter. I'm like, are you okay? She said, no. She says, I've been on the phone to the doctors trying to explain. She said, and the silly receptionist has just hung up on me. She said, I need to be checked over because I've not come into contact with a live vaccine, but I've been in the same room as it. She has to be extremely, extremely careful, apparently. She said, I've tried ringing the consultant that she's under. She said, I can't get anyone to answer the phone, so she's panicking. She said, I've literally got to take the kids home now and just take myself off to the hospital to get completely checked over because it's too risky for her. So I felt really sorry for her. And how bad of the school to not say anything, knowing that she is, you know, with her condition, at risk. I don't know if she's spoken to the school, but bad form really. So fingers crossed. I haven't seen her this morning to ask if she's okay. And I don't have her number. I know her and I say hello to her, but it's not like a friend whose number I have kind of thing. And her nan lives in my street, so I know her nan. But fingers crossed she's okay. She wasn't in the room too long. So anyway, back to Luna. She, apart from playing with my diamond painting, she's a mischievous little bugger, she is. Ellie come down the stairs last night. She said, Luna's on the landing. I said, yeah. She said, you know your big, thick, really fluffy jumper? It's that thick I can't even wear it. It gets too hot. But I said, yes. She said, Luna's on it. I'm like, but my jumper was hanging on the banister. Well, hanging, draped over the banister. Whatever. She said, yeah, it's not. It's on the floor. I said, who pulled it off? She said, well, I didn't. Riley said, I didn't. Well, I know I haven't. So I went up, picked up my jumper, put it back where it was, and then I got up this morning. She's put, it was her, it was Luna. She's pulled it back off in the night and got back on it. Crafty little sod. Oh, I've missed number 22 there. Hold on. So yeah, she commandeered my big, thick, fluffy jumper. But it is a bit too thick for me to wear. My other half bought it for me. Wouldn't have been last Christmas, because Reese was still here when I had it. It's either Christmas 2017 or Christmas 2016. I've had it a while and barely worn it because it's so hot. My other half said this morning, put your big thick jumper on and you'll be warm enough to go to school. It won't fit under my coat, it's that thick. Even my coat's going, I don't think so. I ain't going to fit that in there. As it is, I've put on a bit of weight lately. So, I don't know what's going on with my throat today. So my coat's already, you know, saying, okay, I'm stretched enough. But when it's cold, it's even worse for, you know, doing things, isn't it? No one wants to go out in the cold. And as it is today, Riley's got after school football, so I've got to go and pick Ellie up at her regular time, come home to go again about half an hour later, no, about 45 minutes later, to get Riley. So that's going to be fun because it's freezing. Even my table and chairs outside, the table is covered with ice. So, just shows really. It's freezing. I still haven't got around to finding me some gloves. Too busy thinking of everyone else, that's my problem. I've had to order Ellie some new school shoes. She's only had the pair she's got for 2 months and they are completely wrecked. I mean, the heel was coming off and it was talking and it's frustrating. But she said there's a particular lad in her class. When they line up, they have to line up in a specific order, apparently. And she's always got this one lad behind her in the queue. And when they're lining up, he always, as the queue starts moving, stands on the back of her shoe. So when she goes to lift her foot, it's pulling at the heel. And I've said to her, you need to say something to him. Or at least make sure, you know, he's not standing on it before you move. Because I can't afford new shoes every 2 months. You know, when they're at school for like, I don't know, 8 months, is it? No, 10 months. You know, that's 5 pairs of shoes. You know, and if all my kids were doing that, no, number 22, I've just found another one. I'd be, I'd have shares in shoes. Oh, I've just gone to shake some to the edge of the bag and they've all fell out. And I've lost it again. Oh, come on, where's that gone? Seriously? Oh, now you're having a laugh. There it is. Just got to pick these up now. That'll be Luna at the door. If I leave her in and I shut the door, she wants out. If I shut her out and shut the door, she wants in. Talk about an indecisive cat. She's hilarious. And as for Binks, well, he's a little bugger. If he's in the house, let's say it's raining and he won't go out because he doesn't like the rain, he gets bored easy. So then he starts chasing Luna around the house. And then overnight, I keep him in overnight. It's cold. You know, I wouldn't want my cat being cold. So I keep him in. Now, Luna, she's quite the wanderer. She'll be in and out of my room all night. Binks, knowing that she'll be in and out of my room all night, we call it camping. He camps on the landing, waiting for her. And as soon as she pokes her head out of my room, that's it. He's pouncing on her. I mean, the other morning when I got up, he was actually in the toilet doorway waiting for her. Crafty little bugger. And she waited for me to go near him for her to then run past quick. He's a little bugger. He's even learned, I have no idea where he's got it from, but he'll come in and he'll meow at you, which means I want something. So you'll say, what do you want? And he'll meow at you again until you get out your seat. So I get out of my chair. As soon as I get out of my chair, he starts walking away, which means follow me. So I follow him into the kitchen and he sits right in front of the fridge. Just found another one. And he paws at the fridge. He'll put his paw on the fridge and he'll just go like that up the fridge door, which means he wants a treat. He knows where they're kept. Why my other half keeps them in the fridge, don't know, don't ask. But he knows exactly where they are. And he will paw at the fridge until you open it. And then you have to give him a treat then because you're up. But yeah, how these cats learn these things. I mean, Kelly's cat knocks her door when she wants to come in. And that's just hilarious. You know, when someone tells you something and you think, you know, it's like, nah, she doesn't do that. And it actually took for me being at Kelly's the once And I heard this she's got a door knocker on her door, but it's low down because the top half of her door is all glass. So Jasmine, I heard the knock and I'm like, I looked at Kelly. She went, I've told you that's Jasmine. She says, wait, and she'll do it again. This is going back a few months. So I waited. The door knocked again. So I got out my chair. I said, it's all right, I'll do it. Because I want to see if it's Jasmine. She went, she'll tell you off now because you didn't open the door straight away. I think I might have already told you this one. And when I opened the door, Jasmine trundles in and does this meow, 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 meow at me. Okay, Kelly starts laughing. She just told you off because you didn't open the door. Oh, my days. Binks, well, he's daft. If you put Luna in a room and you pull the door to, she knows how to open it. If it swings outwards from where she is, she just like stretches up the door and pushes it. Now, Binks has got no idea whatsoever. The other week I caught him, I heard him first. I could hear this really quiet meow. Okay, so I got up. Now obviously I walked towards where I thought it was coming from, and then I had to wait because unless he meowed again I haven't got a clue. So I waited, and again there was this quiet little meow. I walks out towards the back door. Now in my outer place I also have a downstairs toilet and an indoor shed. So I walks out to there and I waited again. Eventually he meowed again. I turned round because I had my back to the toilet, pulled the door open, bearing in mind it was not shut properly, and you pull the door outwards to go into the toilet, and he's sitting in the toilet right by the sink meowing. I went, as soon as I opened the door he came out. All he had to do was push the door, but he hadn't got a clue. Not a clue. I've got one that's clever and then one that's just daft and stupid. But I wouldn't be without him. He likes lying on my bed and suckling on my really furry throat, which I have to keep washing very regularly because then it goes dry and crusty where he's been suckling. It's that I wouldn't say suckling's bad, but what I mean is he likes suckling so much that Ellie, my kids, when they go to bed, they take their clothes off upstairs, or their pyjamas, more than likely pyjamas, and they put them on the landing because they know that that's the pile of washing that I take down in the morning. Now Ellie's got this really fluffy pair of pyjamas that one of the other mums gave her for me crocheting her that monkey that I showed you months ago. And they are really, really fluffy. Now she'd taken them off and left them on the landing, and that's where I then found Binks when I went to bed, suckling on Ellie's pyjamas. As long as it's fluffy, he doesn't care. So I try not to leave anything lying around of mine that's like fluffy, otherwise it won't be worth wearing before I wash it again. He is a character. Kelly discovered a couple of weeks ago, and even I found it hilarious, because she rang the vets. She's got one particular cat who likes to go around eating all the other cats' food as well as her own, so she's a little bit chunky. So she rang the vets and said, look, I know this is going to sound really weird, but do you do such a thing as a fat club for cats? The receptionist said, yes. Oh my days. And when she got off the phone, both me and her were laughing. A fat club for cats, seriously? Mind you, I have seen some on YouTube. Oh my god, it makes her cat look anorexic. How people let their cats get to that point is beyond me, because that's unhealthy. Kelly's, I get it, she's got 3 other cats as well. You know, they each have their own bowl, but Tabitha's like, well, I'll eat anyone's, I don't care whose bowl it's in. So yeah, it's harder for her because she can't stop Tabitha from going around eating everyone else's. But anyway, yeah, she had to take her to Cat Fat Club. And it turned out she started putting the cat's food in one of these special things. You fill the middle and it comes out in 4 little tunnels, so to speak. And they have to actually work to get their food. And she said Tabitha doesn't like having to do anything to get her food, quite clearly, because she'll do the minimal amount required just to get a little bit of food. So when then I saw Tabitha last week, oh my gosh, you can already see the difference. So it's working. But she's not an outdoorsy cat. She will pop out, but like 2 minutes later she's back in. Forget that. So she's not overly active. But if it's working. I mean, one of these on YouTube I actually saw, the cat was that fat it couldn't get through the cat flap. He wriggled and put his front paws against the door to pull his back end through, and it took a good few attempts of that to actually get in through the cat flap, and that is so unhealthy. That poor cat. I mean, Binks, he's just a big cat anyway. He's really big built. Like, Kelly's got one as well. JJ, he's big built as well. But the last time I saw the vets with him, she said he's okay where he is, but I wouldn't like him to put on any more weight. Well, when you've got another half like mine, and a cat that gives you the puppy dog look, like, please, my other half gives in. Such a softie to Binks he is. Binks has got him right wrapped round his little finger, right where he wants him, and he knows how to get what he wants. He sure does. And 9 times out of 10 he gets it. But he went out this morning, which we were surprised about because it is so blinking cold. He came back about an hour later, like, oh, it's a tad too cold for me. Stop. There's even a cat. I haven't seen it round there, but my other half sees it quite a lot. Round at Home Bargains, he sits outside the doors of Home Bargains and meows at anyone and everyone. He doesn't have a collar. He doesn't exactly look underfed, so someone's feeding him, apart from my other half. He's quite the softie regarding that cat too. He takes a little bag of biscuits round with him every time he goes, and if he's there, or she, he'll give this poor little cat some biscuits. So he said, can we keep it? I said, no. We've got 2. We can't afford any more. He's like, but it might not have a home. It certainly looks well fed to me. You can't see its bones anyway. We could take it to the vets and they would scan it for a chip, just to be told, yeah, it has a home. If it looked dirty and if it looked like it hadn't seen a good meal in months, then yes, I would. But I mean, you don't see it some days for days on end, and then it'll just appear. So kind of leaning towards the fact it has a home. And if I keep taking in all the waifs and strays, Kelly will then call me the mad cat lady. And at the moment, that's her. Ah, yeah, talking to Kelly. We were both getting all the things we needed for our Heaven and Earth design diamond paintings. Well, she was actually quite smart in the way she did hers. She ordered all the numbers she needed to complete page 1. Then all the numbers she needed to complete page 2, so she could actually start. Well, I was waiting till I had all my beads before I started. But Kelly started hers yesterday. And oh my God, she kept sending me pictures. And you know how hard it is when someone else has started to not start your own? Oh, it's intense. But I don't have the storage or the pots to kit it up. Not yet. Kelly's like, well, you'll have to hurry up and complete one of the 3 you've got on the go then, won't you? I know. But the itch is so bad. I just want to start it. Maybe. It's not as if I can finish this one because this is all still in their bags. So it doesn't free up any storage for me by kitting down this one. And we were kitting up Kelly's, what diamond she has had received so far anyway. Last Thursday. But she's had, Thursday's a busy day for her. So is a Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I think. So she didn't start it until yesterday. And I'm so jealous right now. I asked her how she was liking it. She said, oh my God, I loved it. So I said to her, what you want to do now is choose another chart. Being as you're enjoying it, pick another one. She went, absolutely not a chance. But I said, like I said to her, if you choose one now, you get the chart ready, because that'll be just a download anyway. Then all you've got to do is, while you're completing the Heaven and Earth one you're on, is each week buy a set of diamonds that you need for your new one. Then by the time you've finished the current Haid you're working on, you'll have everything ready for the second one. She got my point. Whereas I'm going to, I think, choose one to cross stitch instead. She said she can't manage that anymore because of her fingers and whatever. The only issue I could probably see is my wrists more than anything else, but hey, I'm willing to give it a go. So I'll probably pick, helps if I pick one up, I'll probably pick one to cross stitch instead. And then I might, on my channel, incorporate a flash tube day. I know, it's not like I haven't got plenty of other projects to be doing. But I always find it easier, now I don't know if anyone else is the same as me, that when I've got, like, to be fair, most of my projects are big. It's a kind of go big or go home for me. I like the big projects. Ellie even asked me why. And my reasoning, I get bored quickly with a small project because give it a couple of days, it's done. Whereas you give me something bigger to work on. I mean, I've already done one Heaven and Earth design, which is the little pink fairy baby sitting on a toadstool or a mushroom or something, whatever. I completed that one and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But when you've got a big project, it's nice to have other things. So like in your week you're not doing all diamond painting, because that's gonna grate on you a little bit. So if I've got like a crochet project, which I have, a diamond painting project, which I have 3 on the go, and then I also have a cross stitch, I can kind of break my week up then, so I'm not always working on the same thing. It breaks up the monotony of one thing. So yeah, I'm kind of looking into a cross stitch as well. So I've been thinking a lot about my channel the last few days, because I know it's kind of nuts, taken a big step back from what I was doing, just because funds haven't allowed. So wrong pen. So yeah, I've been having a big think about my channel, and I want to, I think, incorporate a floss tube day, perhaps maybe a crochet day as well. Not so much a sit and crochet with me kind of thing, but more show you what I've achieved during the week sort of thing, like the same as cross stitching. So it's not a definite, I'm only thinking, you know, what else I can do with my channel. If you think that's a good idea, let me know, because there's no point doing it if you guys don't really want to see it. I am going to try and get around to more. I have got some diamond paintings on the way, so I had a £20 PayPal it's not a gift really. I earned it through playing my games and whatever. So I used that £20 PayPal then to order some more diamond paintings from Everyday Deals. So as soon as they arrive, I will unbox those. So that's one. But of an evening, I do like, if I don't feel like doing perhaps one of my crafts in the evening, I will sit and play some games on my phone. So I figured I might as well use these apps that pay you to play games. And so far I have had, I think, £40 worth of either Amazon vouchers or PayPal. I think I've had £20 worth of Amazon and £20 paid into my PayPal. So yeah. So I'm not having to find the funds. I'm earning them. Don't get me wrong, it's no quick process. It does take a while. But again, one of the apps I was, when I first installed it, all the, because I will always check an app out before I install it and see what other people have wrote, their reviews and stuff. And I couldn't find a bad one, so I installed it. Anyway, I earned enough for £20. No. £40, but in 2 separate transactions, if that makes sense. Yeah, whatever. Only when it came to cash out, I never heard anything from them for about 2 weeks. So I then went back onto the App Store, checked out this app again, and lo and behold, it was, overrun with bad reviews, like they haven't paid out. And I was thinking, oh my God, have I wasted my time? Anyway, I didn't hear from them again, even though I requested the cash out again for a few more days. So then I left a very honest review, and I told everyone avoid this app at all costs. After 4 requests to cash out my coins, no one has emailed me to say, oh, we are dealing with it, you know what I mean, kind of, please be patient. I never heard a word. Anyway, 3 days, I think, after I left the bad review, I had an email to say, we have paid £20 into your PayPal. Please can you leave a positive review telling people you've had your cash out. So I did, sort of, but I was still honest. And I said, I did have to email several times about, I've just spotted another one, the fact that I hadn't heard anything and nobody was getting back to me. But I did get a cash out request in the end. So persevere and keep pressing it is what I said on my thing. So I left it a couple of days, and then I applied for the second cash out that I requested the 2 at the same time in the first place, but I hadn't heard anything about the second one. So I've emailed and requested the cash out, and I've still heard nothing about the second one. So I'm now going to go back and change my review again. So frustrating, but the first one that I got the Amazon vouchers from, they're totally legitimate. They give you your Amazon vouchers really quick, and I'm halfway to earning another £10. So, and my coffee's nearly cold, as always. So yeah, like I said, I haven't really been on this much this week because I've been making my hat, and what else have I been doing? Playing my games. I just haven't really felt it this week, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, and I've been catching up on I'm a Celebrity. I don't know if anyone else outside of the UK knows what it is. I don't know what airs in the US, but I'm a Celebrity is its title is actually I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And they go into an Australian jungle, these celebrities, and it's like Survival really. And they get voted up by the public for challenges, whether it's eating bugs or drinking bug smoothies or lying in a box with rats and snakes and whatever. But yeah, that's on every year, and it always comes up like in November, just towards Christmas. And the show is on every night. Is it 3 weeks? It's either 2 or 3 weeks. My memory's really bad today. But they're on every night for 3 weeks. So I've been catching up with that the last couple of days. And I like it. I think it's really fun. At the moment they've got Caitlyn Jenner in there. Ian Wright, an ex-footballer. Nadine Coyle from Girls Aloud. Some of them in there I don't actually know. One's from X Factor 2017, I think. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. It's 54 minutes and I can't believe I've chatted non-stop for that long. Even though I haven't really done much this week, you know. I am only 2 subscribers short of 500. So I just need 2 more subscribers and I will do the giveaway. I promise. It's all sat over there in its bag, waiting to go. Just literally 2 more subscribers. But like I said, I'm hoping to up the content on my channel a little bit more with crochet and cross stitch too. If you guys would like that kind of thing. If not, that's fine. Not everybody likes everything, of course they don't. But you can just watch the ones you want to watch and skip the ones you don't. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't ordered any cross stitches yet anyway. I'm still working through Riley's Mickey Mouse one, which I haven't really touched in a little while. I'll show you that before I go. Ouch, ouch. Oh my days, I've been sat too long. I'll show you it anyway. Minus the cat hairs. This, and I'm standing in the light, is where I've got to so far. And I think that's actually the wrong way. Yes, it is, because that's his move. Now that makes sense. So that's as far as I've got on that one. He hasn't really checked it since. But I am going to look into buying some fabric so I can make myself some project bags. Because if I'm going to have several cross stitches, I will need somewhere to keep them. Because I've only got one lap man frame that I can store one in the case. So yeah, I'm going to need some more. And some Q snaps as well. Because I have missed my cross stitching, to be fair. But anyway, whatever. I'll let you guys go now. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have an amazing week. You guys deserve it. Thank you for coming back and watching. And thank you to anyone who's new for subscribing. Keep watching. Just 2 more subscribers and I'll do the giveaway. And I will put more content out. Okay, guys. Have an amazing week. An even more amazing weekend when it comes around. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.